Am I so in my feelings? My heart is stuck in a state of numbness amid the echoes of a love that never was, where the melody of joy has been replaced by a sorrowful symphony. I am overcome by a whirlwind of feelings as I drift through the maze of memories and try to come to terms with the heartbreaking fact that the man I cherished so fervently chose to abandon me for another. Our love was at first a dance of delight, a poetry of connection that appeared to go beyond all the limitations of the earth. But I failed to see those small changes or the dimming stars in his eyes that hinted that there was a growing space between us. Maybe I wasn't seeing things, or maybe I just wanted to think that our love was unbreakable and unaffected by the storms that tore other relationships apart. Oh, how I tried to patch the hole that was subtly growing and repair the cracks that were forming. I poured every ounce of love I had into our relationship in the hopes that it would be enough to re anchor him to my side as my heart and my soul ached for his touch. But my attempts were ineffective, and I started to hear rumors of treachery in my head. Tears cascaded like an unbreakable river in the shadows of the night, bearing the weight of my broken dreams and broken promises. I lamented the loss of a relationship that once seemed so promising that I had thought would be the center of my existence. I got the impression that fate's harsh hands had torn away my soul, causing it to come apart. I don't know how to feel or how to trust again in the midst of this heartbreak, so I'm lost. My love was a tapestry made of vulnerable and hopeful strands, but it is now in ruins at my feet. Given that my heart may once again be broken, I ponder whether I will ever muster the strength to love again and let another soul into this haven. I am burdened with a great deal of sorrow, which is like a chilling mantle of misery around me. I start to doubt the sincerity of the affection I once believed to exist between us, since it now appears to be a mirage, a lovely delusion that disintegrated upon closer examination. How could I have been so easily deceived by his charming gestures and ignorant to the underlying truth? I am drowning in self doubt in this ocean of pain, reproaching myself for being the fool who trusted the flattering words and promises. But pursuing love is never a stupid venture. It is a courageous leap of faith that we make in the hopes that the landing will be peaceful and lovely. But betrayal in love is like taking a leap of faith without a parachute or soft cushion to prevent injury during the landing. Treachery makes you crash fast and hard as it invokes the feeling of trepidation that is often experienced when you realize that the parachute doesn't work. I wonder how long it will take for my shattered heart to recover as I stand on the verge of mending. There are no easy solutions or quick remedies, but I cling to the dying ember of hope, knowing that eventually the suffering will lessen and my scars will serve as a constant reminder of the courage I have acquired. In my quiet moments of solitude, I look for the woman I once was, the one who loved without conditions and taught that love had the ability to heal all wounds. Even though she has scars and bruises, she is still present. She will come out of this heartbreak stronger, wiser, and prepared to love once more. I know this as I navigate the dark corners of this pain. For the time being, I'll give myself permission to mourn and experience the depths of my sadness, since it is through experiencing that we find healing. The strength of human hearts, a heart that can love once more after being broken into 1,000 pieces, is where I shall find the comfort as the tears fall like a river of release. I start to notice glimmers of hope piercing through the thick clouds that hung above my broken heart as the sharp edges of agony start to soften in the gentle embrace of time. My previous state of numbness starts to melt away, allowing me to experience a wave of sensations that I had previously repressed. I give myself permission to feel, to weep, and to lament the love that was lost because it is only through this bare vulnerability that I can summon courage to heal. In the quiet of the night, I think back on the love that once devoured me, realizing that it wasn't just a dream, but rather a lovely page in my life's book. Although our love was flawed, it was nonetheless genuine, and I learned lifelong lessons from it. I always remind myself that love is a priceless gift that we freely offer, believing that it will be loved and returned. And even in the midst of my trust broken, it doesn't mean that love itself is not there or that I am incapable of loving. Instead, it serves as a reminder of how crucial it is to choose a lover who values and appreciates the love we provide. I find myself as I go through the healing process, a woman who is tenacious, kind, and deserving of love. I understand that just because someone chooses to leave does not make me any less valuable. I am whole in and of myself, a universe of feelings and aspirations just waiting to be discovered. Nature's embrace, the soft caresses of the wind, the twirl of the leaves, and the constantly shifting colors of the sky gives me comfort in the stillness. The atmosphere I'm in reminds me that the seasons of my heart will vary as the seasons of the outside world do. These stories of resiliency and rejuvenation are spoken to me by the world around me. With time, the eight lessons and the memories of him no longer have the ability to render me helpless with grief and sorrow. I start to break free from the bonds of the past as I realize that in order to fall in love once more, I must take a leap of faith and have confidence that their heart will find their way back to them. I understand that the road to recovery is not straight. There will be days when the memories suddenly flood back, taking me by surprise. But as time goes on, I become more resilient and eager to recapture the happiness that once was mine. The possibility of loving again might be frightening since the future is still undetermined. Still, I prefer optimism over pessimism since it is the light that keeps me going through the darkest hours. I am a fighter who overcame heartbreak and will rise from the ashes of suffering to rebuild my life with fresh strength and knowledge. So I move on with a heart that is both delicate and strong, knowing that even in the depths of grief, I am capable of once more feeling love's unlimited grace. I may not have all the answers, but I have faith that everything will work out as it should and bring me to the love I was destined to have. Until then, I will continue to work towards the healing process, certain that each step will bring my shattered heart one step closer to being restored. Ah, maybe I should try not to be so in my feelings.